Hi, we're at Music MESSE 2014 and we're at the Elektron booth. We've got some cool things to show you now. So as you know, we recently released the analog keys. We're back in with the shipping now. We had a bit of delays, but now it's sorted.
Oh, so now available, yeah?
Yeah, they are now available. We had a bit of a slow start, but now the retailers should be picking up on it, and we will soon be able to sell over our website as well. So it's going to be available in a week or two very nicely. And after that, we will start shipping the analog rhythm around end of March. We have a few new features in here that we'd like to show you. We didn't show it at NAMM. For example, we have the ring modulator kick. It's an analog engine, but a ring modulator. This is how it sounds like. So I can put the filter on it as well. So yeah, I could maybe make up a sequence of this now. And then put some hi-hats. And then real-time record some things, turn the quantize on. Now, so we've got a basic rhythm going, but what I want to show is the scenes feature. So if I have the scenes feature here, I can hold the button and start editing some different parameters that I can control with the pad. So now I can hold the pad and say, okay, I want to change the pitch, and then maybe have a bit more decay and more filter. So that's for the kick track. I can go to the ring modulator track and say, okay, I want to change the pitch of that as well. And maybe shorten the decay. And then maybe the snare could have a longer noise. And then maybe the hi-hats can have a longer decay. So now I can switch between these scenes now. Yeah, so
it's almost like parameter locking on programs as well, right?
Yeah. So you can have 12 different scenes with different parameters. You can switch them between. It's a really neat feature to instantly change your sounds, so that you can improvise your parameters as well as improvising on the sequencer as well. Another thing that we've added recently is the re-trigging function. So if you hold the re-trig, and so now you can do this type of stuff, and you have the speed of the re-triggering. Yeah, and obviously you can record this into the sequencer and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's getting there. It's a bit more ready. We have better engines there, different type of snare. Showing you the ring modulator kick. We have the analog FM bass drum and a normal kick. So it's nearly ready for release, but I want to show you something more. Come here. So here we're announcing the Overbridge technology. It's the technology where you have your analog machines, the analog keys, the analog rhythm, and the analog 4. Through USB, you can connect your DAW and send audio. I can multi-track my analog tabletop into the Ableton, 4 tracks, record them separately, effect them separately, use my favorite VSTs on just individual tracks. This is something that the tabletop users has been asking a lot for because it doesn't have multiple outputs, but now you can do it with the aid of a computer.
So wait a minute, you said that USB in the original spec didn't have audio, but it actually does, right?
Yeah, we had to lie a bit, We've been keeping this as a secret for 2 years or, I don't know, long time. The technology has already been there, similar to the Plus drive and the polyphonic update we recently released. That it was a free update to all our users, and now the Overbridge technology will be a free update by the end of this year to all our users. So our plan is to have USB audio integration and also a VSTI plugin so that you'll be able to automate your analog rhythm, your analog keys, and your analog 4 within the DAW. And also when you load up individual projects of your DAW, your machine will instantly recognize which files or patterns need to be used. So with this overbridge technology, your analog machines will become part of your DAW.
Wow, I mean, that's kind of a really big change for Elektron, because it's so far been very isolated, uncompromising.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we kind of like being proud of our standalone boxes, but now I think it's time to combine it, you know, and then see more potential of it. And another reason why we're like doing this is kind of the first, because there isn't such another system available right now that has an analog synthesis, a sequencer, and everything complete in one box, and also offers you a VSTI connection into the software world. You know, there are other products which are digital, but these are analog, so this is where we kind of differ. I can quickly show you what we have here. So now, as you can see, I have the first track. Maybe we can make it louder a bit. Yeah. Push them up, yeah, here we go. So that's track 1. So if I unmute track 2, and then it will come up on the track 2 here, so I can multi-track it basically. And then track 3.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're stereo pairs as well, right? Or they're mono outputs?
They are mono outputs, yes.
But what about the effects? How do they play?
The effects will route from the main outputs. So you have 4 different external inputs for your DAW, for your individual tracks. You also have your main outputs, so you have 6 in total. So you have 1 and 2 as a stereo pair, and then the rest as individual mono outputs. And then that's how the effects will come into play.
So will the device work as like an audio interface, so you use the inputs as well, right?
Yes, the device becomes an audio interface, so I can actually route some like a loop from Ableton into the analog 4, process it with my filters and the overdrive, and then send it back and then resample it in Ableton. So basically your analog 4 and your analog keys becomes like a filter box and an effects unit for your DAW, not just like an analog sequencer as well as an effect box.
Have you got the editor going yet, or is that?
No, we don't have the editor going yet. No, we have, you know, really good plans for it. We're kind of like cooking that side. We're working on that side. So more details will be revealed. But so far we can say that on our analog machines, the USB can send audio for multi-tracking in your DAW, basically.
Right.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
Do you know when this is going to be coming available? Have you got
we're targeting for Q4, so there's a bit more work to do. So around the end of this year.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it just sounds great when you can add like different effects to like, okay, I want to add like reverb to this.
Not as good as the onboard effect.
No, it's not as good, but still, you know, some people will have their favorite VST effects, you know, glitch effects, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of world in the software world that you can incorporate the analog sound into, and that's what we're trying to offer our users. And it will be, of course, a free updates as usual.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.